Don't watch that. Watch this.
Well, what do you mean by this? Oh, well, this is my channel. Welcome to it. And if you guys do really enjoy it, you can go in, you can click the share button. That really, really helps the algorithm go to Twitter, Facebook, Blogger. I don't even know what the crap that is. Reddit, all the stuff. So if you do love that, we also have a join button. You go in, you click the little join button. $4.99 a month. You get all the cool, awesome emojis. Now, enjoy the video. More Star Trek leaks. You'd think with a boat that leaky, I don't know, they might want to fix it at some point. It's a ship that leaky. They might want to fix it sometime. You know what? We're leaving it in because I didn't even think of it until the last minute, and I'll just cancel myself now for it, and we'll be done with it. Hello, everyone. I am Mecha Random 42, the one, the only, the original, still your favorite YouTube consumer advocate, Harpy. We are talking about, whether we like it or not, the Star Trek Discovery and just all the CBS All Access Bad Robot, Secret Hideout, Star Trek. I'm not a fan of it, and that's because basically they're trying to sell something that's not Star Trek as Star Trek. It's got the names of Star Trek, it's got the labels on it, but it's like getting a bag of M&Ms and finding that they're peanut M&Ms, and you don't want that at all because you have a peanut allergy, and you won't want your brain to explode from the sheer amount of peanuts that you are allergic to and how much that they cram in there. Why am I going? I don't know, because I just had a huge lunch and my brain is on food. We have more Star Trek leaks, and like most of these Star Trek leaks, you got to take them with a grain of salt. 100% rumor, cannot verify any of this. 1000% rumor, except there's a few things that are absolutely 100% true that are sprinkled in here, so of course they seem so plausible. Let's take a look. And warning, 4chan. 4chan also.
Please like the video if you liked it. If you didn't like it, keep your comments to yourself.
Bree, you know what? I get negative comments all the time. They just gotta expect the clap back, which sometimes I gotta do it. Sorry, sometimes I do clap back at people when they're weird and crazy at me. Here we go. So 4chan, take them with an extreme grain of salt. We'll make it a little bit bigger, and you know what? We'll just move it over me so we can actually read this much better. There I am in the background. There's Alex Kurtzman. I need the Alex Kurtzman ding if we're quoting him. I don't think we're going to be. So according to this, if you haven't seen any trailers for Star Trek Discovery internationally, you're not alone. There's a worldwide blackout on marketing for the show outside of the US. There's a reason. It's probably because it won't even be airing, so why advertise something that won't be airing? I mean, that's what I wanna know, is like, why would you even advertise something that isn't going to air anywhere? That's just throwing away money. It's like advertising something for a product that nobody's going to buy, or a movie that's terrible. You don't spend a whole lot of money on advertising a movie that you know nobody's going to see anyway. According to this leak and rumor and this source, Netflix has refused to renew their deal with CBS over Star Trek Discovery, as the viewership of the show attracts is not worth the exorbitant fee that was being asked of them. And that's actually pretty. It's pretty similar to what the guys over at Midnight's Edge have actually pulled up to. This fee was so high in season 1, it virtually paid for the production of the season by itself. That is also what we've been told. Basically, Netflix has put up the entire front-end budget of the show, which they used to build all these sets, build all this stuff. A lot of those sets were never even used. They were spending money like it was going out of style. They were acting like, according to other rumors and leaks that I have heard. Now, keep in mind, this is just what my sources have told me. They were spending, there's this giant set that they built that nobody ever used. It was like an engineering set. What did they end up doing? They ended up using the little spore area as kind of an engineering sort of thing where Stamets was working. So they spent all of these things that they never ended up using, according to these leaks and rumors. So, but I have heard that Netflix did pretty much spend the entire, this is pretty much the same rumors and leaks we've already heard. All right, what else? However, season 2 of STD was among the lowest rated. See, now this is why I think this might be wrong, because they're calling it STD instead of Discovery. Normally, the people who do these leaks don't call it that. So, however, season 2 of STD was among the lowest rated high budget shows on the platform. Additionally, while Netflix did air the short Trek webisodes once they were provided by CBS as a make good, these were watched by an abysmally small audience that numbered in the tens of thousands internationally. This is why they did not air the second season of Short Treks. Here's the thing. Go over and look at what the Short Treks... Let's just go over to CBS right now. We'll do it live and see what the Short Treks are doing, because they did put them all up, and Alex Kurtzman has been tweeting about them quite a lot. So let's see. Short Treks. We'll just do a quick search on CBS All Access. Well, the one that they have at the very, very tippy top that they've got as... Well, they used to have it as their trailer here. All right, let's look at it. From CBS All Access, they have 209,000 subscribers, 58,000 views 2 weeks ago, and this was as their trailer, The Trouble with Edward. It was airing as their trailer for a while. Ephraim and Dot, 20,000. Children of Mars, 35,000. Yeah, they're not really doing a whole lot here. As far as... Here we go. Ask Not. It was a show, 33,000. Ask Not, 33,000. These are not exactly doing a whole lot of views in terms of, 13,000. What did Q&A do? That was one of the worst. Please don't start playing it in the background. 37,000. All right, let me move it. You can see it. 37,000. Like I said, tens of thousands on YouTube for people who weren't able to see them, who wanted to see them. If there was any sort of demand for these, you would think that they would get more views, but they're not. I mean, that's pretty much what numbers I get on my channel on Star Trek videos. The only interest on Star Trek is a handful of people, and they keep annoying and losing and splitting and dividing every fandom every time we see this. All right, back to the leaks. Keep in mind, grain of salt, etc. We already know this. So, Netflix did eventually air the Short Trek webisodes. We already read that. This is why they did not air the second season. CBS has been scrambling to work out new distribution plans internationally for Discovery. The current plan is... the current plan is for it to air in some countries on their owned all-access equivalents. For instance, in Australia, it's on 10, all access. However, Netflix still has the rights for the first 2 seasons for another 6 months, so the show is unlikely to be broadcast until this expires, and the entire show can be presented as one. The US and potentially Canada will be the only ones who get to see Star Trek Discovery Season 3, as it intends on the Holy crap, Scott Gentry. Alright, we'll come back to that. I gotta address this right now. We'll come back to this thought. Holy crap, Scott Gentry. Here we go. $99 super. Holy crap, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Star Trek has boldly gone where so many shoes have gone before, out to the pastures, to be beaten well beyond death, to squeeze pit the last lot of nostalgia dollars before disappearing into the void of irrelevancy. Parked on the side of the road next to the TARDIS, etc. Irrelevancy, yeah. That's you're absolutely right. They just want to get the last bit of nostalgia of the few fans that they have left. And I don't like it when they do that. I don't like it when they want to just extort our nostalgia dollars, because that's insulting to my intelligence. You're just assuming I'm going to buy it if it has Star Trek on the side. You're just assuming, and there's a lot of people who do, and there's nothing wrong with being that kind of a fan. But if you're that kind of fan, as a consumer advocate, I have to come in and say, wait a minute, they're not giving you the quality product, right? And I have to, at the very least, warn people that it's going to be something that you peel the package off of, and inside is not this finely crafted, high-quality Swiss chocolate, but is instead just a plain old M&M that you can just get anywhere, right? You think you're getting something special. You think you're getting something in Star Trek, and you're not. You're just basically getting a regular, and it's not even a good bag of M&Ms. It's not the popcorn kind that are basically addictive and are probably the best thing I've ever eaten in my life. You're getting just a regular old, boring, plain old bag of M&Ms. And, you sort through them, and there's not even any cool ones. There's not even like a blue one in the bag or a red one or anything. Did they get rid of the red ones, I think? That's what you're getting. You're just getting the bottom of the barrel, boring, run-of-the-mill stuff. And that's not good enough for fans, Alex Kurtzman. The US and potentially Canada will be the only ones who get to see Star Trek Discovery Season 3 at its intended broadcast dates starting in October. The loss of Netflix's funding is partially why Season 3 is the last season of Discovery and why the show has been canceled. Well, we can't confirm that it's been canceled, but we have heard, now this is one of the 2 rumors that I have heard about this one, is that possibly Discovery is possibly going to just quietly disappear. Alright, flubs, I'll leave it in. Possibly it's going to just quietly disappear and they're not going to really renew it, but they're not going to officially cancel it either. That's one of the things. And I've heard that they went in and they reshot a lot of the ending. They spent an extra month of production reshooting a lot of stuff just to make it a series ending instead of a season ending. It's possible that that's what they did, but then again, they kind of did the same thing with Season 2, where they could have just neatly wrapped it up and we never hear from them again. And the same thing in Season 1 as well. So it's one of those shows where they're just kind of making a mad scramble, in my opinion, to see if they can get funding for another season. This is why we don't get a whole lot of confirmation one way or another. And keep in mind, they're going to be rebranding CBS All Access. They're going to be reincorporating a lot of stuff. The streaming, let's face it, CBS All Access is not HBO Max. It is not Netflix. It is not Disney Plus. It's like, what, the 10th one down the list? You can't keep buying every single one of these streaming services, and their viewers know that, especially when you're not giving us a good product. Give us a good product, it might not be an issue. The loss of the Netflix funding is partly why Season 3 is the last of STD. In the same vein, Amazon has not yet renewed their contract to run Picard Season 2 on Prime Video. This lack of the source funding is partially why the studio is in such chaos over the production future of Picard. Now, I have been hearing quite a lot of that too, that people didn't like Picard. Well, you think when they basically go through and lose half of their viewers, we've done countless videos on this, every time they're like, oh no, it's going to be hopeful and optimistic. And it's pretty much the same. It's just more Discovery. Red Letter Media has done videos on this. I've done videos on this. Everybody's done videos on this. You can't just keep saying it's one thing on the label when you could clearly see it's not. We're not dumb. Our audience, like the Star Trek audience is the cream of the crop, right? It's the creme de la creme. It's the best of the best. It is the best and brightest. You're not going to be able to fool them forever by claiming it's one thing and then it's not. And I get tired of it. What are you guys saying in chat here? I've done videos on it. Steve Arts has. Chris Schumacher. Star Trek Discovery ends with all of them trying to get back in time. And they end up in Roman times. Romans steal the ship. And interbreed with Vulcans and they become Romulans. You know, it could happen. It could always happen. You never know. New Star Trek should get lost in a black hole. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. So tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I don't know if any of these are true, but so far they're kind of in the plausible. They're in the highly plausible. So, and I know I've annoyed people by giving a different opinion than going with the, oh, they're 100% true and this is absolute. But I can't confirm or deny without, people like Alex Kurtzman telling me that. So, of course, I'm going to go on the side of precaution and say, well, they seem very plausible, but sometimes if something sounds too good to be true, then it might be. I am going to go back to my live chat. Don't you guys go anywhere.